Hello, Penn High School. I'm Madison Renbarger.
And I'm Madison Miller. Welcome back to another edition of PNN. We hope you all had a great week. Now let's get into the news and announcements for May 3rd, 2019.
Bubble Bash time is upon us again. This Saturday from 8:30 to noon, participants may choose to walk or run the 3.1 mile or 1.5 mile trek. Additionally, a silent auction, health screenings, and the talent showcase will be held at the Bubble Bash. The Bubble Bash raises money for the PHM Education Foundation. Be sure to watch next week for full coverage of the Bubble Bash.
Spectrum Reality Cafe was this past Tuesday, April 30th from 6 to 8 o'clock. Reality Cafe was an open mic night for Penn students, a chance to celebrate creativity and poetry. Spectrum is a literary magazine produced by students who are in the Spectrum class. The magazine consists of students' writing and artwork that has been submitted by the students at Penn. Every year they put out 2 editions, one in the fall and one in the spring. Make sure to swing by the bookstore to purchase the spring edition, on sale now for $7.
On Saturday, April 28th, 2 Penn students attempted the 11th annual Valparaiso University Great Lakes Chinese Speech Contest. Dawson Brook took second place on both Level 1 speech and writing. Sue Lee got second place in the Level 3 speech contest. Now to PNN weatherman Josh Engel.
Good afternoon, Penn High School, and welcome back to another edition of the Weekly Weather. I'm your weatherman, Josh Engel, here with the updates from the atmosphere. Today is Friday, May 3rd, and there are so many fun and fantastic holidays today, but sadly, I will only be sharing 2 of them. Today is International Space Day, which is observed annually on the first Friday of May, along with Paranormal Day. So you shouldn't be surprised if some spooky and space stuff suddenly appears sometime in this weather. Well, without any further ado, let's get into it. Today, Friday, we are expected to have a high of around 62 degrees and a low of around 44 degrees with a partly sunny day and a partly cloudy night. Tomorrow, Saturday, there's a high of around 63 degrees with a low of around 45 degrees with a mostly sunny day and a partly cloudy night. Sunday, with a high near 67 degrees and a low near 45 degrees, we're expected to have a mostly sunny day and yet again a mostly cloudy night. And finally, Monday, there's an expected high of around 63 degrees with a low of around 50 degrees with a partly sunny day and a partly cloudy night. Well, that's all for the weather we have for you today, Penn. I hope you enjoyed it and be sure to look out for some scary space stuff. And one last surprise is it's actually National Wordsmith Day. Now, that's just superb. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Josh. Glad to see that all the rain is finally going away. Also, prom tickets are on sale next week, May 6th to May 10th at lunch for $30. Prom is May 11th at the Century Center.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes will be hosting a free luncheon on May 23rd. Everyone is welcome. At the luncheon, there will be free pizza, urban swirl, and snacks. Additionally, the FCA is holding a canned food drive. Collection boxes can be found outside the guidance office.
Now to sports anchor Joe Goralczyk to hear about the world of Penn sports.
Hello, Penn High School. I'm your sports anchor, Joe Goralczyk, here to fill you in on our sports teams. To start off, the boys and girls head tennis coach, Eric Bowers, picked up win number 200 on Saturday, April 28th, when the girls' tennis team defeated both Avon and Jasper. Congratulations to Coach Bowers. In boys track, they competed in the Max Truex meet. Freshman Mariana Retzloff broke the freshman record for the 2-mile run, finishing in 10 minutes and 2 seconds. This time shattered the previous record by 5 seconds. The boys won the Max Truex for the first time in school history, scoring 105 points, winning the meet by 4.5 points. For the first time, Penn High School has put together a unified track team. They compete on any track at any school. New students are enjoying the chance to compete. Now to PNN reporter Pat Whitehead with more on unified track.
Unified Sports is dedicated to promoting social inclusion through shared sports training and competition experiences. There are about 1.4 million people worldwide who take part in unified sports. The IHSAA teamed up to make the sport available to schools in the Indiana area. Here at Penn, the practices for Unified Track are held on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 3:45 to 5. The meets are held usually near the end of the season. The track team's regular season ends in 2 weeks near the end of April. Unified Sports has started off with a couple sports so far, but they are planning to expand sometime in the future. In the Penn High School classroom, teachers and faculty are all about including all students in classroom activities. Penn is very well known for the athletics program. The goal for Unified Sports is to become a part of that trend. If you are interested in joining Unified Track, you can contact Bennett Blazo at bblazo@phm.k12.in.us.
Thanks, Pat. We look forward to reporting on Unified Track results more in the years to come. The girls' lacrosse team traveled to China University to play Homestead on Friday, April 26th. The girls won 17-3, led by Chloe Foley, who scored 8 goals and dished out 2 assists. They returned to action on Saturday, April 27th, hosting Zionsville. The girls won this game too, winning 16-5. Again, they were led by Chloe Foley, who scored 9 goals. Aislinn Alkire, Madison Fox, and Alyssa Lundy all scored 2 goals apiece. The girls then played on Tuesday, April 13th, playing St. Joe. They won 20-3. Aislinn Alkire, Chloe Foley, and Madison Fox each have 4 goals. Carson Barna also contributed 3 goals. Jocelyn Kirkpatrick had 5 saves in the win. The girls improved to 13-2 on the season. The softball team traveled to Center Grove for a doubleheader. They lost the first game 1-0. Mackenzie Griman pitched 7 innings, only allowing 1 unearned run. Tori Budzinski and Paige Feeling both had 1 hit each. They also lost the second game with a score of 9-4. They hosted New Prairie on Wednesday, May 1st, losing 2-0. Addie Coys and Brenna Brown both had 2 hits in the win. The baseball team hosted Elkhart Memorial on Saturday, April 27th. They won 9-0. Cameron Sinsky pitches a 1-hit shutout. The game is his 3rd shutout game in a row from Cameron Sinsky. Keegan Hoskins had 3 hits on the day, including a double. He also drove in 3 runs. Brock Boynton had an RBI triple. CJ Cavadis, Cameron Sinsky, and Kyle Klein also had 1 RBI apiece. They returned to action on May 1st, hosting New Prairie. The Kingsmen won 3-1. Hayden Berg pitched a complete game, only allowing 1 run on 2 hits. Ryan Lynch and Brock Boynton drove in 1 run apiece, and CJ Cavadis also had 2 hits. The boys lacrosse team played Culver Academy on Wednesday, April 24th. The boys played hard but fell short, losing to Culver. That's all the news I have surrounding Penn sports today. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Joe. Congrats to Mariano and Coach Bowers.
Tonight, May 3rd, there's a choir concert from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. in the CPA. Tickets are $6 at the door. For more information, view our website at pnn.phmschools.org.
We thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
In 1993, the United Nations claimed May 3rd as National World Press Freedom Day. We celebrate our freedom of press and pay tribute to the journalists that have lost their lives while working to give you stories that are important. This year's the 26th celebration of World Press Freedom Day, and the African Union Commission and the government of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia will be hosting an event in Addis Ababa from May 1st until May 3rd at the African Union headquarters. Though PNN will not be attending, we will continue to protect and promote the student voice of Penn High School.
First Friday of May, along with Paranormal Day. So you shouldn't be surprised if some spooky and space stuff suddenly appears sometime in this weather. Well, without any further ado, let's get into it. Annually on the first Friday of May, along with Paranormal Day. So you shouldn't be surprised if some spooky and space stuff suddenly appears sometime in this weather. Well, without any further ado, let's get into it.